On a cold February night in 2020, Alison was one of the guest speakers at our final in-person Startup Grind Scotland event. And you've had quite a year since then, Alison. So could you just very quickly tell the audience what LilyPads is all about? And the theme of this talk is social good. So Alison, tell us who you are, what you do.
Hiya. So I'm from LilyPads. We started about 3 years ago because I was doing a lot of research in Kenya around why there was a rising HIV rate only amongst teenage girls. What we found out was the girls couldn't afford period products. And so were being told by other girls in the school that there were men in the village. And if they spent the night with these men, they got products. And so many things inside me snapped hearing that story. But most of all, how on earth do we get a better solution? And so the more we spoke, the more it was not that school. It was every school across the county. It was not just the schoolgirls. It was most of the women in the community. And most of them wanted a solution. They just couldn't afford what was on the market. So we started making our own reusable pads, as you do. Like, you got to give it a go. And started working in Kenya and realizing not only did it work, but we were getting emails from everywhere. And so we launched a British product when we realized that some of our emails were also from the UK. And that launched July this year. We've just sold out of our second product today. So I am so happy. We've had our biggest sales day yet. It's been a bit of a day. And we've also we sponsor women around the world with these products. So we sent out a shipment to Kenya last week. We're sending one out to Cambodia this week, and we're out to Zimbabwe just after New Year, so that women get affordable products, they can sell them in their communities, and we know that girls are safe in school around the world. It's very rapid talk.
That's incredible. And earlier on one of the tables, on the social entrepreneurs table, if people want to pull up the whiteboard, we've been talking a lot about finding your purpose and how important that's been for people this year to feel that in some way they're contributing to the world in a positive way. With everything that's been happening. So do you mind if I ask you what the rise of LilyPads has meant to you this year?
Go for it. It's meant a lot in a lot of ways. I'm really going to not cry right now, I promise. And so I think one of the things that breaks my heart is the amount that we speak to women who feel just isolated on their period. And in the UK, like around the world, who feel like they can't stand up in class in case they leak, who feel like they're worried about what they're wearing in case others can see their products. I have an issue with how much we stigmatize products, but it breaks me that people feel like they can't be in that space because they don't know what the reaction's going to say. And so we work really, really hard to get a very thin product. And we've had messages to say thanks, I'm no longer as conscious about it. I don't have to think about it during the day. I can just be me. And there is just that moment of this is something so simple, but this is 4 days of your month. This is 6 days of your month. And you don't have to think about, have I leaked? Can you see it? Are you aware of it? Are you about to make a comment? You're just nah, I'm here. I'm here acing my job and I can do this. And so that has really made it for me, but also knowing that it's been a long slog to get where we are, and we finally managed to pull a lot of the strings together, and so that we have got the impact internationally, and knowing that we can now, when charities get in touch and go, we're working here, can you help? We can go, yeah, we've literally got a box of products, give me an address, give me what help you need. And it's we've got to that point where we can go, where are you? What's your story? What help do you need? I don't need to tell you most of the time. You know what you want. Can I help get it to you? And that's been incredible.
It seems like, the best businesses, the best startups, the best ideas are just like that, right? They're problems that need solved, but nobody's doing it. So you just start doing it, and then hopefully things fall into place. So, I need to ask you, what you've been working on this for a while, so what positive reflections have you had from this year? The chaos that's been happening in the UK, but you've been working to make a difference internationally. What does that feel like?
It's amazing how much people pull together and have, in a way, learned to listen to each other's experiences, because one of the things I find difficult is often we go, I don't experience that. And we can do it in a way that's like, I don't, therefore it doesn't exist, rather than I don't, tell me about your experience. And suddenly we've had a global thing that we all experience in different ways that we don't know where it is or what it looks like. And we've all had to go, tell me what you need. How can I help? Rather than, this is my advice, which I'm going to give to you and you're going to follow. And that as a thing is lovely, because we need that. We're working in women's equality. We need people to listen and go, how can I support, and not, here's my advice, or not like, oh, that's a woman's problem in your space. We need people to go, I'm here, what can I do? And that's been a really lovely change and shift, and one I really hope sticks with people.
Yeah, well, that leads me on to my next question nicely, actually, and it's about social entrepreneurship as a whole. And I think one of the problems with, you know, something like tech for good or social entrepreneurship, social enterprise, is that often it's seen as fluffy and nice to do, and not something that people can get behind from an investment level.
Yeah.
Do you feel, being part of that kind of social goods zeitgeist, that there's been a shift this year with a kind of compassionate awakening in society?
From certain groups of people, I'm going to be as diplomatic as I can now. So if you state the fact, we've still got like 2% of female-led businesses get investment. I would argue that is not because 2%, only 2% deserve it. And I think from that side, we're not seeing the shift we need to. And we're not seeing the tough questions being asked and answered. But from a grassroots level, we are seeing change. We are seeing people understand the importance. Like, as we watched factories around the world collapse as people pulled out orders, people did start to question their bigger brands. And I'm hoping we're going to keep that, and we're going to keep with it. Do I want to shop at Primark, who I know are okay with saying, oh, you made the garment, but I can't sell it, so I'm not paying you for it? But are we supporting those businesses who are growing in every way we can? Are we buying from them? Are we yelling about them on social media or liking their pages? And are we questioning our finances? Are they putting their money where their mouth is, or are they talking the talk but running away from the walk?
So it's still all to play for, really, isn't there?
Yeah, Nick's laughing at me like, oh, that was an interesting comment there. And I'm like,
no, Alison, I asked the big question deliberately.